Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, man. Talk to me. Let me know how I sound. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Y'all come on in here. We got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And get the party started. Get the party started. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. 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 Yes, indeed. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt-N-Pepa and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective, where we discuss the issues and the topics that affect us as a people, our neighborhoods, and our communities. And we also discuss the solutions to help us get better. Hey man, it's another week. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Whether you watching the live stream now or you be tuning in to the video later, I appreciate you. So how everybody doing this week? How everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody cool. Matter of fact, everybody should be cool because the weather got kind of cool today. I like that though. But as always, we got these issues and these topics to discuss. Hey, like last week, we didn't get a chance to finish. We started on the episode 15, the destruction of black relationships. And we really discussed the state of black relationships and how they got to the point where they really, for the most part, is non-existent. Or they damaged and they hanging on by a thread. But like I was saying last week, we're not just discussing like intimate relationships. We talking about friendships, family relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like all relationships, period. Like all relationships seem to be suffering right now. Like I was saying last week, I still can remember when everybody was so tight, when everybody kicked it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier this week, I remember back when long distance phone calls cost the arm and a leg, but it seemed like we were closer back then than we are now, and we actually walk around with phones in our hands, and that's crazy. But as a people, you know what I'm saying, we were more connected, we were more united back then than we are now. And we have phones in our hands, just so much drama and negativity floating around. So we're gonna jump back into it. The second part. The first part, I discussed the causes of relationship failures. And like I said, it's many different ones, but I chose the ones that I felt most affected us. So I'm gonna go back over those right now. The causes of relationship failure. Number one, we talked about the communication breakdown. When people stop talking openly and honestly, misunderstandings build up, leading to frustration and disconnection. We talked about that. We talked about trust issues. The inability to fully trust your partner creates an environment of suspicion and doubt. We talked about that. And for all my people that tuned in last week, or for the people who didn't, I ask y'all to really look within and ask yourself, do I suffer from any of these? Or any of these things hindering my ability to start and build relationships? And if it is, man, it's like, it's okay to be honest. You don't have to tell nobody. But if you're suffering from any one of these things, it can be changed. It can be changed, and we'll talk about that a little later. But communication breakdown, trust issues. We also talked about emotional detachment. Partners become emotionally distant, disengaged, or cold, which creates a void in the relationship. Come on, man. Like, y'all know, emotional detachment. A lot of us deal with that. The next one was unhealthy dependency. One person depends too much on their partner for emotional, financial, or physical support, creating an imbalance. Imbalances, man. Unhealthy imbalance. We got to be balanced. Everybody got to be on their game, or it don't work. And the last one, repeating negative patterns. Falling into the same destructive habits or behaviors that damage the relationship, often based on past traumas or unhealed wounds. That's all it's based on, man. That's all it's based on. And for the most part, it's crazy, but we as individuals hinder ourselves from growth and development because we don't properly care for ourselves. We never really, as a people, I never really heard, you know what I'm saying, about self-care until I got grown. I never heard about, you know what I'm saying, mental and emotional, trauma, none of that. But as I got older, as I studied myself and tried to better myself, I realized that even I had unresolved mental and emotional issues. And that's really crazy because I consider myself one of the strong, sane people, from my generation. And I've seen so many people that went through so much more worse stuff than I went through. So when I realized that I had mental and emotional issues that I hadn't, dealt with, it made me, realize that a lot of the people that I came in contact with throughout my life had, unresolved mental and emotional issues. And a lot of them was worse than me. And it showed in our relationships, in our dealings. It showed. And that's what really made me get into this and study it more. Because I recognized as I got older that, a lot of us wasn't, playing on a level playing field. A lot of us, wasn't the best version of ourselves. When we were going through this life. So we made choices and decisions that I really believe would have been different if we had been properly nurtured and we properly developed. But now that we have outlined the problems we face in relationships, let's dig deeper into where these issues come from. What's at the root of these mental and emotional struggles? Here are some of the main causes of unresolved mental and emotional issues. And like I said, listen and ask yourself, does this describe me? Does this refer to me? Number one, childhood trauma. Unhealed wounds from childhood, whether it's neglect, abuse, or abandonment, that affect how we relate to others. Listen to this. Unhealed wounds from childhood, whether it's neglect, abuse, or abandonment, that affect how we relate to others. Man, look here. Anybody that's been watching these little episodes or checking out my little videos since I've been doing them, I always talk about my era in growing up. And I call that, anybody that know me know I call that generation the lost generation. Because in my lifetime, I have seen no other generation of black people, black kids, until now. Until this generation now. But I have seen no worse generation of black kids when it comes to neglect, when it comes to abuse, and when it comes to abandonment. That all three of those scream my generation. My generation, like I said, my generation caught the beginning of the crack era, all the way through the crack era. And more kids got neglected, abused, and abandoned within that time frame than any other time frame I can remember in my life. Even now, I have never seen more kids get neglected, abused, or abandoned than I saw when I was growing up. Simply because when the crack era hit, most of the fathers was already gone. But the mothers that had still stayed around, those were the ones who held it down. But like I said, those are the ones with the crack era who parents walked out, parents abandoned them. You know what I'm saying? Abuse, neglect. That's what it was all about during that era. And I hate to say that, but so many of us during that era suffered from, like I say, neglect, abuse, and abandonment that was never diagnosed, that was never resolved. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but us as black people, we learn to just deal with stuff and just keep pushing. And that's the reason why half of us walking around here like zombies now and can't even think straight. Because we mentally and emotionally messed up and we don't even know it. We ain't even realized it. For real. Like the craziest part for me, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that know me know I'm on point. I'm smart. I'm all of that. I can talk. I can communicate. I can function. I made it through life, thank God, to see 51 years old. But I would have never knew that I suffered from mental and emotional issues. I would have never knew that. But that's it. And childhood trauma is number one. So anybody that has suffered from neglect, abuse, or abandonment and never, dealt with it, never talked to nobody about it, never resolved it. Those, you know what I'm saying, childhood trauma may be hindering your ability to pick good partners, build solid relationships, build meaningful relationships. An example of childhood trauma is a person who grew up in a home where love was conditional or inconsistent may struggle to form healthy, trusting relationships as an adult. Come on, man. Come on, man. And like I said, I know people personally who parents walked out and left them parentless. So it screams childhood trauma. It screams it. And like I said, I talk to those people now. I see a couple of my friend girls who I'm eventually going to bring on the show who grew up during that time. And like I said, we walked that journey together. I've seen how they overcome a lot of stuff that happened to them back in the days. But it started with it being able to admit or being able to understand that, hey, something is wrong. And like I said, we aren't the people, you know what I'm saying, that take kindly to mental issues. But to keep it real, because we haven't gotten the help and because we haven't, you know what I'm saying, had access to the information, like we are the worst ones when it comes to mental and emotional issues. Simply because we don't, half of us don't even know we deal with them. And that's crazy. I didn't find out till I was 40 something years old. And that's crazy. But like most other people, I can walk around healthy and function like it's nothing. Like I'm just perfect when I'm not. But many of us are still carrying the scars of childhood trauma. And without addressing them, we bring that pain into every relationship that we get into. I called it mental and emotionally transmitted diseases, like sexually transmitted diseases, mentally and emotionally transmitted diseases. Because if you are infected mentally and emotional with trauma, childhood trauma, and some of this other stuff that we're going to talk about, you can't help but carry that into future relationships unless you deal with it. So a lot of us this whole time, me included, have been carrying this emotional baggage through our life and allowing this to play a role in who we are and how we deal with people. And for the most part, like, it's not working. I realized that it's not working. So I had to do something about it. And I hope, you know what I'm saying, anybody that's still suffering from childhood trauma, I hope you would take the time to do something about it. And we're going to talk about how a little later. But the next cause, major cause when it comes to us, is parental influence. We influenced by our parents. We influenced by the relationships we see our parents in, the relationships we don't see our parents in, how our parents handle themselves, how they conduct themselves, how they handle us, how they treat us. All that plays a role in our personal development, our mental and emotional development. The definition of parental influence is the relationship dynamics we observe from our parents or caregivers often shape how we engage with others. Come on, man. Like I said, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Parental influence. If you saw your parents argue a lot, if you saw your parents physically fight, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I saw physical violence in my house. So for a time, I was one of the most violent people I knew. You know what I'm saying? And lashing out. Simply because I couldn't stop the violence that was going on in my house. And honestly, I'm glad I couldn't stop it, because the people, my mama would tell you, I tried to end it with a bullet. I tried to take it out, and I'm glad she stopped me, because I don't know where my life would be right now. But parental influence, man. Example, if someone grew up watching constant fighting or emotional detachment between their parents. They may struggle with intimacy or conflict resolution. There it is. The arguing and fighting. That's why right now today, I swear to God, like I can't do it. I can't do it. They'll tell you in a heartbeat. Anybody that know me know I do not like doing the arguing. I'm not gonna do no fighting, especially with my mate. I would leave a woman before it go that far because I watched that when I was young. I watched that. I watched, you know what I'm saying? My homeboys had that go on in the house. You know what I'm saying? Nearly everybody I know dealt with that. So I know, you know what I'm saying? I talk to them today and I see like a lot of us still hadn't got over that. A lot of us still hadn't got over the influence, the negative influence that our parents and the people around us, just the people around us in general had on us. You know what I'm saying? And I see it today because you got these, you know what I'm saying, young girls today running around here, you know what I'm saying, talking about a man can't do this and don't let a man do this, and half of them ain't even had no men. They getting that from their parents. They getting that from their mamas. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day and I said it's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, these mothers today, you know what I'm saying, who dealing with mental and emotional issues, they teach their daughters to, you know what I'm saying, oh, don't trust no nigga, don't this, don't that, don't let no nigga do this, make sure nigga, I say, but then they teach their sons, you know what I'm saying, talking about teaching them how to respect women, and you're not even teaching your daughters to carry themselves with respect, but you teaching a man to respect women because you trying to teach him something that the man you were with didn't know. So you feel like you're going to teach him, but at the same time, that bitterness is being taught to your daughter. So your daughter wouldn't even be good for a man like your son. And that's crazy. But that's the delusion that we go through. But that comes from parental influence, man. That comes from parental influence. If you watch different dudes walk in and out of your house dealing with your mama, then you probably, you know what I'm saying, going through similar stuff now because you feel like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? If your mama was the type that always stressed, if a nigga can't do nothing for you, don't mess with him. You probably feel that way now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the influence, the parental influence. But the patterns we learned at home are often the ones we repeat continuously or unconsciously. And breaking those cycles takes self-awareness, man. And that's all I'm saying, man. Be aware. If we talking about this today and this strike a nerve, and you know what I'm saying, that you have issues with this, you might need some help. And it's cool. It's cool, man. Don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let nobody tell you different because I am, you know, the same. I'm becoming the stronger mental, emotional person I am, man, because I realized I needed help and I took it upon myself to go. Families are not gathering anymore unless it's a funeral. Families are jealous of one another and have favoritism. These are kinfolk. That's what I'm talking about, kinfolk. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We nowhere near as close as we used to be. And this is, you know what I'm saying, this is a part of it. You should get some help if you can and must let it go and move on. Most definitely. She said something real, man. We all are suffering from something, man. We all are suffering something. And the quicker we can admit it, it's like with anything we suffer from, it's a medical issue. You know what I'm saying? And getting diagnosed by a doctor will at least let you know what's going on so you can do your research to see how to treat it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went, I'm not playing. They try to tell me about some medicine and all that. I don't need no medicine. I'm strong enough, you know what I'm saying, to work through it on my own. So it ain't necessarily about no medicine. It's just about understanding what you're dealing with so you can do the research to get the information you need to come up with your own solution or work to get your own solution. That's what it's about. The next one is unprocessed anger and resentment. Come on. And that's what got me. That's what I was mainly dealing with. Unprocessed anger and resentment. Balled up anger or resentment from past experience leading to negative behaviors and attitude in current relationships. That's what got me. That's what got me. You know what I'm saying? As a young man, I watched physical abuse taking place in my home. And as a protector, as a man who was taught to protect his women, I couldn't protect my women. I couldn't protect them. And that drove me for life. That made me an angry and resentful person, and I'm not gonna lie. I took it out on a lot of people. I took that out on a lot of people. But lashing out at a partner over small things because of unresolved feelings from a past hurt, that I don't do. That I don't do, because I've been able, that's the one thing I can say, I was cool enough to be able to compartmentalize. When people did something to me, I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know where, that's why I said over time, I learned about these unresolved issues, and I look back and like, okay, that's why that person did that, or that's why that person did that. But at that time, I was cool enough to never do like a lot of these people are doing today, which is because a woman did something to me, because two women did something to me, because three women did something to me. It never put me in a position where I felt like all women, because I knew better. And that just shows you how bad it's got today. Because for a woman or a man to say all women this or all women that, you know what I'm saying? That shows a lot about a person mentally and emotionally. Because as a man, I know I haven't been with all women. I know I don't even know all women, so I could never say that. So if you are that damaged or that, you know what I'm saying, angered, you know what I'm saying, behind unresolved issues that you feel like it's everybody else's fault, you have a real problem. And you need to get some help with that. Because that's hindering you from growing. That's hindering you from building a solid relationship, you know what I'm saying, with a friend. That's hindering your family relationships. And it's definitely hindering your intimate relationships. And just like I said, if you lashing out at your partner over small things because of something that you haven't dealt with in the past, you're doing yourself a disservice. You destroying your relationship if you ain't already destroyed it based on something that has nothing to do with your relationship or nothing to do with your mate. That's the worst thing. And you just like I was saying last week, you got the people now. That's why women say, oh, if he can't deal with me, you know, we don't want to deal with that. It's not on us to deal with that. We're not equipped. We're not even educated enough to deal with that. We don't have the mental capacity, the psych degree required to deal with that. That's nobody, you know what I'm saying, to deal with that. And if you find somebody that want to take that on, that's cool. That's why we out here destroying people. That's why we out here destroying people now, because we expecting people to take on our baggage that we've been carrying for, you know what I'm saying, however long we've been carrying it. And you meet somebody and expect somebody to, oh, it's your job to try to understand me and try to, no, that shit been, you know what I'm saying, happening to you way back then. And every other relationship done tainted you more to the point where you can't get down 20. A mate would have to spend 20 years trying to bring you out of it, just like you spent 20 years wallowing in it. That made no sense. Don't never put that on nobody. And any woman that feels like you're going to find a man who's going to understand that and help you walk through that, you fooling yourself. How long you been looking for him? You ain't found him yet. You better wake up. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste another however many years you've been waiting on somebody to come along and help you get over issues that you need to resolve. That's not for nobody else. That's for you there, Miss Lady. Or Mr. Guy, whoever it is. It's not for nobody, you know what I'm saying, to deal with you or understand. That's not it. We understand sanity. Many of us walk around with unprocessed anger, and it comes out in the worst ways. We project that onto our partners, even when they aren't the cause. And like I said, I've dealt with this so much, man, in dealing with women. I've dealt with this so much in dealing with women, man. And like people that know me know, I come from a long line of women, man. I come from sisters, aunts, cousins, mothers, mother figures, everybody. I come from that, man. And all of them would tell you, I am the ultimate protector. I respect them to the fullest, and I always put them on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that each one of those women, at some way, shape, or form, has been through the relationship hurt. And just like I said, and me dealing with them, and me watching them, and me interacting with them, I saw it. And I never could figure out what it was. I never could figure out what it was. But as I got older and started studying myself, I realized it's unresolved mental and emotional issues. Trust issues in a new relationship because of the past infidelity in the previous one. Think about that. Think about that. Trust issues in a new relationship because past infidelity in another one. If you would look, you know what I'm saying, and people do it all the time. People like because you can't separate the two. If you bring it, you know what I'm saying, let me give you an example. You know what I'm saying? I try not to. I ain't gonna say I never cheated. I try not to ever cheat. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been grown, I would say that since I've been grown. And I ain't talking about like I'm 51 now. Since I've been in my 30s, 20s, I realized that I'm a grown ass man. I don't have to lie to anybody. And people, all this and that. When my mother came to me at age 16 and asked me, "Are you selling drugs?" That's the only person that scared me. That I felt like they used to say back in the day, she brought me in this world, she could take me out. But when I had to look that woman in her eye and tell her, yes, I sell drugs, because I couldn't lie to her, because I just didn't have it in me to lie. Like, that's the last time I ever felt like I had to lie. So with women, especially people I care about, I'd rather tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying, and hurt you with the truth than to lose respect. So we can't, you know what I'm saying, we can't deal with this. This, you know what I'm saying, past infidelity, think about that. I've had so many women, you know what I'm saying, say, well, oh, you doing this or this, what you mean? Well, the last guy I was with, you know, when he used to do that, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with nobody. But damaged people see that. You know what I'm saying? Damaged people see that. When you step out the room, you know what I'm saying, to answer a phone call, if the person, you know what I'm saying, that they was with before, if they found out they was stepping out the room to cheat, then automatically when they get with you, when you step out the room to hold the conversation, it's cheating. That's insane. That's insane. But we know. Come on now. Come on. We have to be honest with ourselves. If you know that's how you are, you have a problem. If you know that when you see people do certain stuff, it triggers you to past situations, and what somebody did in the past, you're not over that. You're not over that. You need to get some help. You need to get over that. You need to get over that, because it's not going to get any better. And until you get some help, it's not going to get any easier. All you're going to do is keep going through life, destroying relationships, and really limiting your chance at happiness. Because regardless of what you believe, if you can't find healthy, meaningful relationships and allow yourself to love, allow yourself to listen, allow yourself to understand, allow yourself to grow, you'll never amount to shit. And I'm going to just keep it real. And that's what a lot of us are now. A lot of us running around here now, no, we ain't shit. Because we don't have no self-respect. We don't have no sense of loyalty. We don't have no sense of love. None of that. Because it's been destroyed by the emotional and mental issues that we deal with. And that's crazy. To allow something, you know what I'm saying, to destroy your life. Really think about that. Like when y'all, know what I'm saying, run around here, when y'all women run around here, know what I'm saying? Like imagine me running around here saying, all women ain't shit. Like, well, look, I would be disrespecting my mama. I would be disrespecting my sisters. I would be disrespecting every female that I know. I would be disrespecting every mother figure, every aunt. Like, I just couldn't do it. So for y'all as women to be able to do that and stress that narrative, well, men ain't this and men ain't that means fuck your daddy, fuck your brothers, and fuck everybody else. And I know my sisters and my people ain't doing that. My people can't, you know what I'm saying, my sisters, my people, they can't say, you know what I'm saying, that men ain't shit, because they know, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to die for them. I'll lay down my life for them. So no, they can't, they not running around saying that. It's the damaged people that are running around saying that. It's the damaged men that are running around saying that, women ain't nothing, or all women cheat, and all that. Like, that's bogus. You are damaged. And every time you open your mouth, you damage somebody. We got to get it together. We have to get it together, man. Just jump into segment 3, solutions for healing and rebuilding healthy relationships, man. We talked about the problems. We talked about the cause of the problems. So it's only right we talk about the solutions, man. Let's make it happen. So how do you overcome these mental and emotional barriers to build strong, meaningful relationships? Here are some key steps we need to take, man. Number 1, healing through therapy or counseling. And I know they say, man, here they go, man, talking about psychiatrist, man, ain't nobody crazy, man. Hey, man, you are. A lot of you are. Think about the stuff you say. Just like we got through saying now. For the man who running around saying all women this and all women that, he crazy. I'm gonna just call it what it is, because I know better. I know women that don't. So for you to say the women that's running around saying all men this, all men and men is, you crazy. It is what it is. We're not supposed to use that word, but it is what it is. You crazy. So you need some help. You need some help. I was imbalanced. And it's crazy with me because I was imbalanced because, just like I said, I was taught to protect, but the women in my life, they took away the ability to protect because they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow me to protect. They wouldn't allow me to protect. So I got to the point where I realized, okay, she liked getting beat up, because I tried to stop it. I tried to save her from that. And she told me, well, that's grown folk business. And if you can't, stay out of grown folk business, then you don't need to be in my house. And I left. And the thing about it, I never told nobody my mama put me out. I never told nobody. That's a crazy story in itself, because I was accused of trying to be grown. That's what the story was that came out about me doing that. I was trying to be grown, when at the end of the day, I was just doing what I was taught. You don't let nobody, handle your mom. You don't let nobody abuse the women in your family. You don't let nobody do that. But each one of those women took away my ability to protect, because they protected the abuser. They didn't tell me what was going on. I got so many stories about the women in my life saying, well, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to get in trouble, and I didn't tell you because, I didn't want this to happen, and I didn't tell. I was angry, I was resentful, I was all that, because they took away my ability to protect. So when y'all talk about men don't protect, women today, that's because y'all protect those abusers. Keep it real. And that's part of the mental and emotional damage that y'all deal with. Get help. But seeking professional help to work through childhood trauma, relationship issues, or emotional pain. Talk to somebody, man. Talk to a counselor. The Obamacare, what is it? The Affordable Care Act, it gives everybody access to insurance, man. With that insurance comes counselors, man. You get access to that now. I used Obamacare. I never had insurance. When I was out there to say, I'm going to go talk to a counselor, even though I wasn't in the right mind frame. But when I got to that mind frame, I'm so glad that Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, gave me access. Gave me access to where I could go get the help that I needed, man. And I'm so thankful for that. Because if it wasn't for that, like I said, I think I'll still be lost mentally. I think I'll still be lost emotionally. But, an example, attending therapy sessions to process unhealed wounds and learn healthier coping mechanisms. There it is. There it is. You have to learn alternatives. You have to learn how to fight it. You have to learn how to fight them urges. You know what I'm saying? Them urges to make you think, oh, that he doing that, so he cheating. You have to start checking that. That's what I had to do. I had to start questioning all the negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? All the negative thought patterns. I started having to question, and I really had to go in and start retraining myself. It's simple as just saying, just simple as I can't do it. A lot of people got a habit of I can't. And that habit is developed over time. But with time, you can change that mindset and that thought to I can do it. I can do it. It may take enough time, but you can change that negative mindset, that negative thought pattern to a positive mindset and the positive thought pattern. And some of us need a little help to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter. The thing about it is whether you need help or whether you don't, that don't matter. The only thing that matters is getting it done. So you can be a better you. So you can learn to love. So you can learn to start giving yourself to people, you know what I'm saying, to be friends, to be real friends. Loyalty exists, man. Loyalty exists. You just too damaged to find it. You know what I'm saying? Damaged people attract damaged people, and damaged people hurt people. That's why I really started staying away from a lot of people. Because I'm not finna let y'all hurt me and pull me back into that darkness and make me hurt one of y'all. I'm not doing that. So therapy is not a weakness. It is a powerful tool for self-awareness and healing. We have to be willing to confront the pain head on. Let me say this again. Coming from me, man, anybody that know me, I'm saying this. Therapy is not a weakness. It's a powerful tool for self-awareness and healing. We have to be willing to confront the pain head on. Any pain I got, I'm willing to confront it head on. Because back in the days when I was going through pain, anybody that caused me pain, I was willing to confront them head on. So when I know it comes from a different place and where it came from and that it's hindering me, I had to go back, you know what I'm saying, and work to get myself right. I had to work to get myself right. Now, number 2, the second thing we can do, the second solution for healing and rebuilding healthy relationships is learning effective communication. Building the skills to communicate openly, honest, and without fear of judgment or rejection. We can't do that. We're not equipped to do that right now. But we need the help. Because I know, I talk to my people on the daily and a lot of them can't deal with it. A lot of us can't deal with the truth. A lot of us can't handle the truth. There's so much that we try to lie to ourselves. That's crazy. But we do it. But we have to learn how to communicate effectively. We got to, know what I'm saying, get past all these barriers. And just like I said, when it comes to communication, I know how it works. Like I said, I communicate with damaged people. So I know how it is when you're talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying, and at some point you say something and it trigger them and they stop listening. And you know what I'm saying? Now they ready to respond and based on something that has nothing to do with the conversation. Like we have to learn to communicate effectively. When people are talking to us, we have to learn to be able to put our personal feelings aside. Some of us can never put our feelings aside. Some of us, you know what I'm saying, wear our feelings on our sleeves. I'm glad I'm not that guy. I'm glad I'm not. But if you are, be honest with yourself. If you wear your feelings on your sleeve and when people tell you something and you get to thinking that they attacking you or that they belittling you or something, you have, you know what I'm saying, problem communicating. Learn to communicate effectively. You know what I'm saying? Take your communication course. You know what I'm saying? Get you some counseling. Get you some coaching. Like I said, I offer coaching. And one of the things about the coaching that I offer, it helps you work through mentally and emotional blocks. It helps you work through it. Now, I'm not a counselor. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not that advanced with what I do. But a person with the same mind, the same techniques that I'm using in my coaching are the same techniques that I've used to overcome the issues that I dealt with, and the same coaching techniques and courses that I use to help other people overcome the mental and emotional blocks that they dealing with. So, effective communication. Example, set aside time for regular, uninterrupted conversations with your partner to address concerns and express needs. Set aside time for regular, uninterrupted conversations with your partner to address concerns and express needs. Let's get real. Let's get real, y'all. Let's get real. We gotta communicate, and we gotta openly communicate. We can't be communicating with our feelings and emotions, because I'm telling you all the time, that's where we lose it. That's what we lose with a lot of people that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? Your feelings, emotions get the best of you, and you want to disregard the facts. We can't do that. We can't. That's part of the problem. That's part of the, you know what I'm saying, mental and emotional issues, to where we can't even, you know, deal with truth. We can't even face reality. We can't, you know, stand for somebody to put a mirror in front of us, you know what I'm saying, and we look at ourselves in the mirror. And that's crazy, because nowadays everybody claim they so real. Everybody claim they so real. And believe me, I'm real to the point where your opinions don't matter to me, because I know who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. And I know half of the time people that, you know what I'm saying, have these opinions and have these, you know, ideas, they know nothing about me. They dealing with their own issues. But I see people every day allow total strangers, whether it's social media or anything, you know, to press your buttons. To press your buttons through a text or through a post. And that just show you damaged, man. We are damaged. We are damaged people. And it's not getting no better. Because if you look at it, we went through what we went through. It's getting worse with us. We barely communicate with family. We barely, you know what I'm saying, stay in contact, all that. I have to make it my business to reach out to the women in my family, like, hey, you okay? Hey, just checking on you. Hey, like, I love you. And I know, you know what I'm saying, that pushes them, you know, to reach back out and to do this. But, like, it takes all of us. It takes all of us. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Jackie Roberson, she's on her, you know what I'm saying? That's correct, cousin. You know, cousin. I try to do it. I take it upon myself to try to reach out, you know what I'm saying, to keep us close. I'm going to take it upon myself to start, you know, like, we don't have to wait once a year to have family reunions. We can pick any weekend and meet somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's getting further and few in between, man, because everybody is so distant and everybody is so damaged. To the point where we feel like everybody talking about us, we feel like this, or we feel like that person treating this person a little better, you know what I'm saying? And all that, man, everybody got issues that they dealing with. Let's stop looking at the cup half empty, man, and let's start looking at the cup half full. I don't care if you ain't called me in 2 months. If you call me that one day, that make up for that. That make up for that, because I'm just happy to hear from you. I just want to know if you was all right. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But communication is key. It's not just about talking, but about listening, understanding, and being vulnerable with each other. Y'all got y'all guard up to the point where nigga can't even ask y'all how y'all doing. Oh, I got it, man. I'm not, you know, I don't care. I don't want you like that. Some of us men just, you know what I'm saying, respectable. You know what I'm saying? Some of us men respectable. When I see some of y'all on social media and I see y'all running y'all little business, y'all really don't be knowing. Like, I help y'all take y'all business to the next level on some real marketing and promo stuff. But y'all, well, what? Why you want to do that if we not together? Because that's business. That's called being a human. Two people can hook up, start a business. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Bill Gates and Paul Allen, you know what I'm saying, started Microsoft and got rich together. They didn't have to be intimate. They didn't have to be none of that. Like, people do it all the time. We can't, though, because we damaged. We emotionally and we mentally damaged. And we need to do better. Next, rebuilding trust gradually. See, y'all don't wait. Y'all don't do nothing gradual. Y'all just jump out of a relationship and jump in the next relationship. You know what I'm saying? How they helping? How is they helping? Like you said, rebuilding trust gradually. Trust is rebuilt through consistent, transparent actions and not just words. Ladies, come on, man. Actions, not just words. Take some time. Allow him to prove stuff through actions. Take the time to watch him. Take the time, you know what I'm saying, to check him out. Like I tell my people, oh, he cute, oh, he got some dreads, oh, he driving this, oh, he was wearing this. That means nothing. That show you how damaged you are. But then you wonder how next week you back single again and all men ain't shit. You giving all these dudes a chance, you know what I'm saying? But you can't realize that it's not the dudes, it's you. You are picking these dudes. So if they not shit, you are picking dudes that ain't shit. You are laying with dudes that ain't shit. You are allowing them, you know what I'm saying, to come into you. They ain't shit. You allowing them to put babies in you and they ain't shit. And you know, you come out later, he wasn't shit. That don't make you look good. That don't make you look knowledgeable. That don't make you look whatever you're trying to look. Saying I'm constantly, you know what I'm saying, allowing myself to get involved with bullshit niggas. That's not helping you look good. And after you know what I'm saying, get with him and you stay with him and you put him on a pedestal and you put him all out there for everybody to see, it don't look good when you have to come back to social media and try to tear him down because that's the same person that you chose and you chose to put up. We dealing with issues. Rebuilding trust gradually. Like they said, trust is rebuilt through consistent, transparent actions and not just words. Keeping promises, being reliable, and showing up for your partner in the ways they need. That's what it's all about. So when y'all be talking about if a man to do this, a man to do that, no. If he was real man, he'll do this. No. All we supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, is keep a promise, be reliable, and show up for your partner in ways they need, if that is your partner. That is what he's obligated to do. Nothing else. Keep it real with you. Keep it honest with you. And let you know what's going on. It's up to you to have the mental capacity and the emotional capacity to deal with it. Trust takes time to rebuild, but it's essential. Both partners need to be patient and committed to that process. This is crazy to me, but just like you said, we're talking about damaged people. I've never had a problem, you know what I'm saying, telling people the truth. It's the other people, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've dealt with. Well, I didn't tell you this because I didn't tell you. You didn't tell me that because you lied. That's all it is. Because we, as men, as women, never tell a man, I didn't tell you this because that's the same thing men tell y'all. I don't, but that's the same thing men tell y'all when they cheat. So if you know this, why would you start with your man? That's what I've had people did me. I don't do that kind of stuff. But when people come to me and say, I didn't tell you because, I normally tell them, remember that, keep that, because that's the same thing I'm going to tell you after I sleep with somebody, because that's what dudes do. So if you don't want nobody to tell you that, don't tell nobody that. Be honest. It's easier. But if you feel like I can selectively tell people stuff, then be ready to be selectively told stuff. Never get mad when it come out. That's why I be talking about damaged people. That's one of the main things damaged people do. They would do something and say it's cool, but then when you do it, it's not cool. That's damaged. I'm not going to smack you, and then if you smack me back, I'm upset and telling you did wrong, because I knew what I was doing when I did it to you. And I knew that it's a possibility. That's sanity. Knowing if I hit somebody, they're going to hit me back. If I hurt somebody, they're probably going to hurt me back. So I don't do that. Same people don't do that. So I didn't tell you because it's lying. Stop it. Trust takes time to rebuild. It is essential. Both partners need to be patient and committed to the process. I'm saying, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like when you lie to me, I'm good. Now I know you will lie. I don't trust you no more. So that's good. I don't even owe you respect. once you lie, because you don't have self-respect for yourself. That's how I feel. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but never once you lie to me, never, you know what I'm saying, hold me to nothing, because you didn't hold yourself to nothing. If you didn't hold yourself to no standard of truth, don't never try to hold nobody else to a standard. That's damage. But next, practicing self-awareness and accountability. That's it. That's where it starts. Because that's where I had to start. That's why I had to start. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, violence. You know what I'm saying? Violence in the home made me want to become violent. I chose to become violent because I wanted to end that violence and I couldn't. So I got violent. I got angry. I got all of that. But later on in life, just like I said, when people attack me, I got violent. I wanted to get violent. I got violent to the point where people attacked me. People accused me of doing something that I didn't do. People took me to trial for it. And people found me guilty. And it's like people took the stand and people told lies. And the crazy part about it was, imagine somebody taking a stand and lie on you, and then when they confront it, they say, I don't even remember that. Think about it. You took the stand. You were a Christian. You took the stand and put your hand on the Bible and swore to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. But then when people close to you, your family members confronted you about what you did, you had the nerve to say you didn't even remember. That's how damaged some of us are. But, like I said, the anger in me, the resentment in me, it made me want to do something to those people, because those people harmed me. Those people took, you know what I'm saying, time away from my life. They lied on me. So I had to go to talk to a counselor because I realized I couldn't get it out of my head. I really wanted to harm them people. I really wanted to do away with them people. I really wanted to do them people something dirty because of what they did to me. And the whole time I'm knowing, like, like, you can't do that. But my mind wouldn't let me get off of it. So I had to stop and go talk to somebody. I had to go, because I knew, like, this ain't how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to forget it, but I'm supposed to be able to put this behind me. Like, this is a stepping stone to greatness. You know what I'm saying? This is just one step in my path to greatness. So now that I got that behind me, like, I'm finna go shine. I'm going to let them see me shine. But for the life of me, I couldn't get it out of my head that I wanted to do them for something. So I had to sit down and I had to say, you know what, man? This ain't how it's supposed to be. This ain't how you supposed to be thinking, man. Nah, you supposed to be able to, you know, get past this, get back on your grind and you know, jump back on it. So, like I said, that's what, you know what I'm saying, triggered me to the point where I really realized something was wrong with me. And I had to go talk to somebody and say, man, why do I want to hurt these people? Why can't I just leave this alone and get over it? You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I did, because that set me on the path to self-development, you know what I'm saying, and positivity, man. But self-awareness and accountability is where it starts, man. Because so many of us that's in the situation I was in, so many of us would have said it's their fault that I want to do that to them. They shouldn't have did this to me. They shouldn't have did this, and they shouldn't have did that. That's where so many of us at. So many of us women blaming these men for what y'all done let them come in y'all life and do. You know what I'm saying? Us as men, we blaming, you know what I'm saying, everybody for what we allowed them to come in our life and do. Like I said, I never said nobody put me out. I never said nobody made me turn to a life of crime. I never said nobody. Those were choices that I made. And that's how I was able to come back once I seen I had a problem, because of accountability. I'm responsible for my own actions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody make me mad. I can choose to get mad over something somebody say or do and react, but can't nobody make me mad. And if they can, something wrong with that. No. We have to take accountability, self-awareness, taking responsibility for your own emotional baggage and behaviors and actively working to change them. Take what I just said. Well, if I find somebody, then they need to understand, or if I find with the right man, you know, he'll be able to handle me. No. You have to handle yourself. You have to come to terms and Take responsibility for your own actions. Take responsibility for your own emotional baggage and behaviors and actively working to change them. Man, it ain't on nobody. It's not on nobody else. It's all on you. It's all on you. But there's help out there. There's help out there, man. There's people who've been through it, you know what I'm saying, who can help you, walk the journey to self-awareness, walk the journey, you know what I'm saying, to better yourself. But it's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to take accountability. Recognizing when you're projecting past hurts onto your partner and apologizing or adjusting your behavior. How many of us doing that? How many of us doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but in my relationships, I find myself, you know what I'm saying, apologizing for how something made somebody feel. Imagine that. I'm telling you the truth, and you upset because it didn't make you feel right. So you don't even listen to the truth. So I'm not apologizing because I told you the truth. I'm having to apologize because of the way you feel about what I said. Think about that. That breeds liar. That breeds lying. As a woman, you know what I'm saying, when you get upset with a man when he's telling you the truth because you can't handle the truth, that encourages liars. Because they'll tell you, I ask. When I tell, you know what I'm saying, the truth, and they, this, I'm like, so what? I'm telling the truth, but it's just the way you said it. So would you rather me lie? Just tell me to lie to you. Just tell me if you can't deal with the truth, because I know, like, I don't care. I've had to walk away, digest it, and come back and finish the conversation because I never want to get mad at somebody, you know what I'm saying, for telling me the truth. I know when it's me. So I can step away from the conversation and say, you know what? Let me step away from this, you know what I'm saying, conversation right now because I took that wrong. I realized that you just telling the truth, but I took that wrong. I'm in my feelings right now. Let me step away. Let me, you know what I'm saying, deal with this so I don't, you know what I'm saying, stop what we doing right here or knock what we doing. And I'll come back later once I'm able to deal with it. It's nothing you did. It's on me. For real. Recognizing when you're projecting past hurts onto your partner and apologizing or adjusting your behavior. Man, look here. That is the level of sanity that a lot of us need to get to. And we know it. Y'all listening, y'all know it. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all project y'all past hurts or y'all project what that nigga did, you know what I'm saying? And then you get upset because I don't understand what that nigga did. I'm trying to deal with you, what we got going on. We not trying to deal with, you know what I'm saying, the past. I didn't, know what I'm saying, put my hands on you. I didn't cheat on you. I didn't never do that. So it's not my job, you know what I'm saying, to help walk you through that. That's counselor's job. That is, you know what I'm saying, the psychiatrist's job. Those are mental and emotional issues. Get at me after you get it took care of. Because you're not going to do nothing, you know what I'm saying, but project that onto me, destroy what we got, and then go tell somebody I was just like the mother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shit. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know how that go. So I'm cool with it. But your past said all. Your past said out. People just don't like to hear the truth. Cousin, you already know it. You have to accept accountability for your actions. Apologize when you have done wrong. I would have a person to tell me the truth instead of lying. Most definitely, cousin. That's what it is. And I'm gonna keep it real. We done ran out of time, but I'm gonna keep it real. If you still dealing with it, I can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? If you still dealing with the issues, I can't deal with it. Don't bring it around me, cause I'm building on sanity. I'm not building on insanity. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come, you know what I'm saying, talk to me. If you want to come, we talk it out. You talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to help. I am TobyO'Neal.com. You know what I'm saying? Coaching sessions, consulting sessions. Talk to me. Let's talk about it. Let's figure how, you know what I'm saying, we can work through it. Let's figure how we can change. Let's figure out how we can get better. That's all it's about. That's all it's about, man. Identifying the problem, identifying the solution, and working through it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I'm running out of time. Again, at least I got through it this time. I got through it this time. So, again, I say, thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, man, there is power, man, in our relationships, our friendships, our family relationships, our business relationships. There is power in friendships. And when you divide us, you take away our power, man. I'm only powerful by myself. I'm only so strong by myself. And I'm not going to lie, I'm one of the strongest guys I know, but I'm only so strong by myself. And I know my cousins, you know what I'm saying, my sisters, you know what I'm saying, my brothers, my friends, like us on the same page, healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, man, we unstoppable. We unstoppable, honestly, man. And it's like we have to take accountability. We have to identify, man, what it is that's holding us back as people. What's hindering us from being the best version of ourselves? What's hindering us from being the best, friend that we could be? You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, I had to get myself right, because unless I was the best man that I could be, I can't be the best brother. I can't be the best dad. I can't be the best husband. I can't be the best friend. I can't be the best none of that until I am the best version of myself as a man. And that's what I'm constantly working on, man. And I welcome anybody, that want to join me in this journey, man. I welcome you, man. It's a constant journey. It didn't take us, we didn't get this way overnight. You know what I'm saying? The damage that, we deal with, we didn't get that way overnight. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, it happened years and years ago, and we carried it with us, and we built up walls to protect it. So it's going to take some work to get over it. It's going to take some work to get past it. But I couldn't see, I couldn't see myself not doing it. Just because I know when I realized that I wasn't the best version of myself, I wasn't as mentally strong and emotionally strong as I thought, I had to tighten it up. I had to tighten it up, man. I had to tighten it up. And I'm still doing the work. I'm still doing the work. Talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Sharing it with y'all, sharing my story, that helps in my healing, man. That helps in my development. So, again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We got another week out of the way, man. I want y'all to have a great rest of this week. I said it earlier, you know what I'm saying? I am TobyO'Neal.com. Go check the website out. Shoot me a free, you know what I'm saying? A message for a free consultation. Let's talk. Let's video chat. You know what I'm saying? Just be doing something. Talk to me. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. P-Ave Perspective with Toby O'Neal. This episode 16. Man, I appreciate it. And God willing, I'll be back. We're going to talk about something else next week. Again, man, what do y'all want me to do? If you got any subjects or anything you want me to talk about, feel free to hit me up. Shoot me a message. Let me know. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate everybody that commented. Thank you, Cousin Jackie, for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I know you usually be trying to get me, but the football game, like I remember, I appreciate you. I appreciate you making time for me. But I want all y'all to take care. I want all y'all to love y'all self, man. And I want all y'all to be the best version of yourself. Take care. And I will see you all next week, God willing. Peace.